In this video, we'll be looking at a football topic that will be the one we're all set to be talking about for the next couple of months. This year's FIFA World Cup, the latest edition of the beautiful game's biggest tournament, promises to be like none other, for many obvious reasons, mainly that it's starting in November, right in the middle of the domestic seasons. But the fact that it is in Qatar is going to bring with it plenty of differences for all of those involved. And in this video, we'll be looking at what we can expect from this unique tournament. We'll be giving a brief tourist guide of what you can do and can't do while enjoying the tournament in Qatar this winter. Number 1. Beer places and sober zones. The first question that will probably spring to mind for a lot of football fans will be, can we enjoy a nice pint of beer while watching our national team? The answer is sort of. Contrary to popular belief, alcohol is not illegal in Qatar. However, if you plan to have a drink or two while you're out there following your team, then you may be well advised to stop after that second pint. In Qatar, there is a zero tolerance to drinking in public, and if you're judged to be drunk in public, then you'll be deemed to have committed a criminal offense. Thankfully for football fans, laws have been relaxed in order to welcome the thousands and thousands of visiting fans, but not by much. Alcohol will be served to fans in designated zones, namely a large fan festival called the Arcadia. Don't enjoy the Arcadia's alcohol supply too much, however, or you may find yourself taking a time out in a sober zone. I bet it's been a while since many of these fans have been placed on the naughty step, but that's the fate that awaits you if you drink too much beer. So, how much will it cost me financially to enjoy an alcoholic beverage? Well, estimates suggest that a pint in Doha is likely to set you back a frightening £12 to £15, which should take the sober zone out of the equation for the average fan. The fan park, however, should be selling it at a much more reasonable £5 for a bottle of Budweiser. Laws on recreational drugs such as cocaine have not been relaxed at all for the tournament, however, and fans may even be looking at the death penalty if any are smuggled into the country. A prison sentence is most likely, but I wouldn't take the chance. It may be worth sticking to Coca-Cola on both counts, I reckon. Smuggling in any kind of illegal drugs is an automatic no-go. That's common sense. But there's a list of things that you're better off leaving at home if heading out to the World Cup in Qatar. These include pork or products made of pork, edible seeds, spices, religious books, fireworks, weapons, hunting trophies, and some medications. So, yeah, sorry, you'll have to leave that hunting trophy at home until you're back. Number 2. Be careful what you wear. There's also a dress code to adhere to while out enjoying the baking hot sun in Qatar. Men and women are encouraged to dress modestly, while if they're visiting a government building, short sleeves and shorts shouldn't be worn. For women, shoulders must be covered, and short skirts must be left in the suitcase whenever possible. It is recommended to pack plenty of long, light clothing to keep cool while keeping one's modesty intact. Yes, you can wear your football tops as well as plenty of sunscreen too. Being topless in public is always a no-go, however. Number 3. Mind your manners. As is the case in pretty much everywhere in the world that you may visit, manners are considered to be very important in Qatari culture. This is the first tournament on this scale ever held in this part of the world, so respect and kindness shown towards the locals by visitors will go a very long way. In Qatar, men and women are generally separate in public spaces, and traditionally, men are considered to have their own public area. Greeting locals in the correct way is also important. Men can shake the hands of men as normal, but you must be thoughtful when greeting someone of the opposite sex. As a rule of thumb, tread carefully and be more respectful than normal when greeting someone of the opposite sex, as hugging and kissing isn't considered the norm in Qatar when meeting strangers. You should also always be ready to accept the invitation of a Qatari local, as hospitality is something that is very dear to them. They're known to be extremely generous and will look to welcome newcomers with open arms. So if they offer you a tea or coffee or some food, be ready to gratefully accept it. Number 4. Learn the local dining etiquette. So when you've accepted that generous invitation from a Qatari local, it's good to be prepared with the local dining etiquette so that you are able to show your hosts the maximum respect. Being a Muslim country, you will find that Qataris enjoy halal meat, often lamb and chicken, meaning it is prepared in the correct way. Once you sit down to eat, be ready to eat with your right hand, as the left hand is often seen as unhygienic. By eating with hands, we mean that cutlery isn't always seen as a necessity. Don't be alarmed when food is also served to you without the utensils you're normally used to at home. You may not be fluent in Arabic, and that's absolutely fine. But the phrase Alhamdulillah is one to keep in your mind and be ready to say when expressing your gratitude for the food provided. This phrase simply means thank you and praise be to God. Number 5. Be careful when you photograph. As with any tourist experience, and they don't come much bigger than traveling to a World Cup, the temptation will be to become snap happy with your cameras and take in a beautifully unique culture through a camera lens. Of course, there is a good time and a place for this activity, but be careful how snap happy you are in certain places. By all means, use your camera or the camera on your phone to capture those special moments, but always seek the permission of those who may be captured in your photograph before you take it. Taking pictures of people in a public place without their permission is seen as a serious offense and can land you in a lot of trouble. So can photographing religious sites, shopping malls, external areas of the airport, military sites, and government buildings, amongst others. There's plenty of don'ts attached to traveling to this World Cup, and fans would be well placed to know them before heading out. However, this should still be a fantastically unique experience, and one that football fans that travel over to Qatar will remember for the rest of their lives. Just remember, don't drink too much, be nice to the locals, and keep those Arabic phrases stored and ready for use. If you enjoyed this video, check out our other videos on the World Cup, and don't forget to like and subscribe.